This week we have a giveaway, and this time it is the Knitter's Pride Nova Interchangeable Starter Set. And it's a set like this. And it's a set that comes with 3 different needle tips and 2 needle cord lengths. And I'll give you the sizes here. This is US size 6, 8, and 10, or metric size 4.0, 5.0, and 6.0 millimeters. And the starter sets or sampler sets that Knitter's Pride puts out are such a great way to test out different needle materials when you're looking at investing in an entire interchangeable needle set. And whether you win this set or not, I really encourage you to test out needles like this before you invest in an interchangeable needle set, because they are expensive and you want to love what you end up getting. Now, to back up, what I'm talking about when I say interchangeable needle set are a set of needles that range in a big range of sizes, that are the needle tips like this that come with the cords like this. So you attach the cord length that you need to the needle size that you need, and you have a huge range. You end up having hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of needles in this one set that you did spend much less on. And I always try to convince new knitters who are excited about knitting to invest in one of those sets, but it's tough because you're not sure. There are acrylic and metal and wood, and you don't really know until you try them what's going to be appropriate for you. Now, the Nova needle set is made of nickel-plated brass, and these are the slickest, the fastest needles. And these needles are most appropriate for 2 different kinds of knitters. The first kind is, regardless of skill level, tight knitters. If you, maybe you don't even know you're a tight knitter, but if the stitches don't move easily across the needle, or if you're having a really difficult time getting your needle into the next stitch, chances are you're a tight knitter. So you're going to benefit from the slickness of these needles. The second kind of knitter that's going to benefit from these needles are really experienced knitters. If you rarely have a problem with stitches falling off the end of the needle accidentally, then you have the skills you need to be able to work with the needles this fast. That's what they are. Tight knitters, experienced knitters, needles like this will improve your speed, and they're fun to use, I think. So I know the next question is, well, what do I prefer? These needles are my go-to needles for almost everything. I go back and forth between Knitter's Pride Symphony Dreams wood needles, which are highly laminated wood needles, and these needles, because I like both of them. I like the feeling. It kind of just depends on the stickiness of the yarn and what I want to use. I like variety, I guess. But really, most things I knit are on these kinds of needles. And the tip, I would say, is medium sharp. They are good all-purpose needle tips. Maybe not the best if you are working a complicated lace pattern where you have complicated decreases like purling 3 through the back loop or something. You might want sharper needles for that, but good all-purpose tips. So I'm going to show you how, if you've never used an interchangeable needle set, how to attach the cords. Let's go ahead and take a look. So here I have the tips, and here I have the cord, and the set comes with a couple of these little keys like this. And the way this works is you take the cord, and the cord is threaded. So the needle goes on there, and you just twist it in place, and you hand twist it about as tight as it'll go. And then the key is here only to give you something to hang on to, so you can tighten it the rest of the way. It might not show up on camera, but there's a tiny hole at the base of the cord. So you put your key in there, and that gives you something to hang on to just tighten it the rest of the way. And then once you have that, you have a really smooth join that isn't going to get caught on any of your stitches. Now, we've had Knitter's Pride interchangeable needles in the video before, and people were asking me, what are those black dots? Well, the black dots are stoppers. You can actually make yourself 2 cords, 2 needles like this, putting a cord on each needle that you're using, and have a stopper at the end. Or if you need the tips for something else, you can, I'll show you how to undo this. You put the key in and just untwist it. If you want to save your work and have the needles available for something else, you can put a stopper on each end of the cord and then use this as a stitch holder, like this. Okay, so that's how you use the needles. And to enter this giveaway, there are 2 steps you have to take. The first is to subscribe to my channel, and if you're already a subscriber, you have that one taken care of. The next one is to leave a comment, but not just any old comment. We're taking suggestions this time. You notice that sometimes we do tutorials on guest patterns, on other designers' patterns, and I don't have time or the opportunity to look at all these amazing patterns out there, but hopefully you have some ideas for a tutorial you'd like to see. So leave a comment with a tutorial you'd like to see us do here on Very Pink, and make sure that it's not something we've already done. We have hundreds of videos out already. You can take a look at the video library to make sure it isn't one that we already have done. Leave your comment with your idea, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and we'll use a random number generator to pick the winning comment. The contest is open for 1 week from the release of this video, so the contest will be closed on the 11th of July. Yes. So that's it. Looking forward to your comments. Good luck.